Тогда за оборону!
Metro Exodus is a first-person shooter developed by 4A Games, all about fighting, sneaking and scavenging your way across a dangerous post-apocalyptic Russia. Throughout the story you'll encounter all sorts of problems and situations that force you to leave the safety of your train to take on the dangers of the wasteland. What I like most about this game is in its atmosphere. It doesn't matter whether you're in the dark undergrounds of a secret facility or travelling across the open surface, there's always this great attention to detail in the environments, and always something new to see. It has a lot of creative stuff going on, a lot of which comes from the books by Dmitry Glukhovsky upon which the game's based. There's probably a wealth of novel ideas and inspiration taken from these books, so that the game too can create a world that feels real and lived in. Even if a mission may not be the most exciting thing in the world, the journey there and the views that you get to see along the way often make up for it. The wastelands are filled with all sorts of creatures that you can observe in their natural habitats, unless of course they're trying to kill you. It can be very immersive, especially in the undergrounds with your gas mask on, trying to avoid breathing in that poisonous air. Your visor, which gets cracked and dirty, helps you feel like you're in this world, interacting with it. There's something tense about exploring these dark, dusty remains, slowly making your way through what's left of the old cities. And back on the surface, there's impressive changes to the weather which can dramatically change your moment-to-moment surroundings, making this post-nuclear atmosphere feel more engaging and more dynamic. There's two real types of level. There's the more traditional linear first-person shooter parts that take place in one set location and help to move the story along, as well as provide some nice set pieces. And then there's these open world parts which give you some time to explore, to do side quests, and give a chance to scavenge for supplies. You'll constantly be on the lookout for materials to craft with, whether it's for extra ammo, medkits, or for those all-important air filters to help you breathe. It's the kind of game that doesn't like to ever break immersion, so even doing something as simple as bringing up your map is done in-game in real time, as if your character is actually checking their own map and orientating themselves to the surroundings. There's all different kinds of gadgets and equipment to get used to, from lighters to a battery to help keep your night vision and flashlight powered up, to workbenches to modify and clean your weapons with because dirt and water can decrease their efficiency. Your gas mask can get damaged, so it's important to keep that in good shape. There's a Geiger counter to help you avoid the radiated areas, plus a backpack to help craft basic ammo and supplies on the go. Basically, you're fully equipped to deal with all that the environment's going to throw at you. Guns have a real weight to them. I find it harder to aim in this game than I do in most other shooters, but this makes you take your time more, making sure that each shot counts, especially considering how precious bullets can be. You don't want to waste any of them, so you probably shoot less in this game than you do in a lot of others. Thankfully, the enemy AI is really dumb, with enemies often leaving their heads fully exposed from behind cover, basically giving you a free headshot. Of course, if you're going to take things stealthy, then the knives are a great option, because they're only a 1 or 2 hit kill depending upon where you hit, plus you can recover them from dead bodies. So basically you can take out an entire base with only 1 or 2 knives, saving all of that precious ammo. I honestly wasn't a massive fan of this game at the start, and it took a little while for me to get into it, as it starts off on a very small scale and very easy, even on Ranger Hardcore mode. Plus some of the initial big moments didn't really have that impact that I'm sure they're meant to. Plus the loading times are sometimes painfully slow. But once the game opens up to its first large area, I really started to love it. The characters begin to grow on you with their drinking and laughing, despite the fact that they know there's going to be many dangers on this long journey ahead. It's got some great tense moments that are built up to nicely, although it is still a little odd that the main character doesn't say anything outside of cutscenes, despite the fact that at times he's supposed to be full of emotion. It makes it come off as almost comical. Metro Exodus is great for anyone who's into a good single-player first-person shooter, with a story and an immersive world to get lost in. It may take a little while to get going, but trust me, stick with it and hopefully you won't regret it. Thanks for watching.